Okay.
नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. Today, we're reading from Canto 3, Chapter 16, verses 3 to 5. Canto 3, Chapter 16, verses 3 to 5. Okay, I'll begin. Yasto etayo dhritu andando Bhavadbhirmam anuvratai sa evanumato smabhir munayo deva hidanat. Word for word. Yeah, which, to, but. Itayo, regarding both Jai and Vijay. Dhrita, has been given. Danda, punishment. Bhavadbhi, by you. Mam, me. Anuvratai, devoted to. Sa, that. Eva, certainly. Anumata is approved, asmabhi, by me. Munaya, O great sages, Deva, against you, Hiranath, because of an offense. Translation: O great sages, I approve of the punishment that you are devoted to me, have meted out to them. Once again, O great sages, I approve of the punishment that you're devoted to me, have meted out to them. Next verse. Canto 3, chapter 16, verse 4. Tadva prasadayami adya brahmadaivam param hi me tadhiti atmakritam manye yatsva pumbhir ashatkrita. Word for word. Tat, therefore. Va, you sages. Prasadayami, I'm seeking your forgiveness. Adya, just now. Brahma, the Brahmanas. Daivam, most beloved personalities. Param, highest. He, because. Me, my. That offense. He, because. Iti, thus. Atmakritam, done by me. Manye, I consider. Yat, which. Swapumbhi, by my own tendons. Asatkrita, having been disrespected. Translation: To me, the Brahmanas is the highest and most beloved personality. The disrespect shown by my attendants has actually been displayed by me because the doormen are my servitors. I take this to be an offense by myself, therefore I seek your forgiveness for the incident that has arisen. Translation one more time. To me, the Brahmanas is the highest and most beloved personality. The disrespect shown by my attendants has actually been displayed by me because the doormen are my servitors. I take this to be an offense by myself. Therefore, I seek forgiveness for the incident that has arisen. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The Lord is always in favor of the Brahmanas and the cows. And therefore it is said, Go Brahmanaya Hitaicha. Lord Krishna, or Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is also the worshipable deity of the Brahmanas. In the Vedic literature, in the Rig mantra hymns of the Rig Veda, it is stated that those who are actually Brahmanas always look to the lotus feet of Vishnu. Om Tad Vishnu Paramam Padam Sada Pashyanti Surya. Those who are qualified Brahmanas worship only the Vishnu form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, which means Krishna, Rama, and all Vishnu expansions. A so-called Brahmana who's born in the family of Brahmanas but performs activities aimed against the Vaishnavas cannot be accepted as a Brahmana because Brahmana means Vaishnava and Vaishnava means Brahmana. One who has become a devotee of the Lord is also a Brahmana. The formula is Brahma Janatiti Brahmana. A Brahmana is one who has understood Brahman, and a Vaishnava is one who has understood the personality of Godhead. Brahman realization is the beginning of the realization of the personality of Godhead. One who understands the personality of Godhead also knows the impersonal feature of the Supreme, which is Brahman. Therefore, one who becomes a Vaishnava is already a Brahmana. It should be noted that the glories of the Brahmana described in this chapter by the Lord himself refer to his devotee Brahmana or the Vaishnava. It should never be misunderstood that the so-called Brahmanas who are born in Brahmana families have no Brahminical qualifications are referred to in this connection. Next verse, Canto 3, Chapter 16, verse 5. Yan namani cha granati loko bhritye kritagasi so sadhu vadastat kirtim hanti tvacham ivamaya. Word for word. Yath, of whom, namani, the names, cha, and granati, take, loka, people in general, bhritye, when a servant, krita agasi has committed something wrong, sa, that, asadu vada, blame, tat, of that person, kirtim, the reputation, hanti, destroys, tvacham, the skin, iva, as, amaya, leprosy. A wrong act committed by a servant leads people in general to blame his master. Just as a spot of white leprosy or on any part of the body pollutes all of the skin. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. A Vaishnava, therefore, should be fully qualified. As stated in the Bhagavatam, anyone who has become a Vaishnava has developed all the good qualities of the demigods. There are 26 qualifications mentioned in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. A devotee should always see that his Vaishnava qualities increase with the advancement of his Krishna consciousness. A devotee should be blameless because any offense by the devotee is a scar on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The devotee's duty is to always be conscious in his dealings with others, especially with another devotee of the Lord. Okay. So, apologies in advance that today I will just quickly summarize what we just read, and that'll be it. I didn't get a chance to prepare more than that, so apologies in advance for that. Just to give some context, the four Kumaras, the four young boys, the four sages rather, they had come knocking on the doorstep of Vaikuntha to see Krishna, and Jai and Vijay rejected that. They didn't let them go in because Jai and Vijay thought that they were just mere boys, young boys. And so the four sages got angry and cursed the doorkeepers, Jai and Vijay, to take birth on the earth planet again. And so that is the background of what has happened. That these four Kumaras, these great sages, wanted to see Krishna, the doorkeepers blocked it. And therefore the sages cursed Jai and Vijay, and Jai and Vijay feel remorse. They feel bad for what they've done. And so the Supreme Lord himself is apologizing to the four sages on behalf of Jai and Vijay. So in the first verse we read, he approves the punishment that the four sages gave to Jai and Vijay. So he's qualifying what the sages have done. And then the second verse that we read, he says that the Brahmanas are the highest and most beloved personality. So he's sort of conveying his respect to the Brahmanas, and he's saying that this entire offense is actually an offense by me. Because my doorkeepers did it, actually them committing an offense is almost the same as me doing it. So I see forgiveness. So Krishna's taking the blame on behalf of his devotee for what the devotee has done. And so then and Krishna says, when the servants commit an offense, it's the master is also at fault. This is common at work, right? If someone reporting to you or your team messes up, does something bad, the leadership will look at you, not they will look at the people that committed the mistake, but the leadership will also look at you. So Krishna's saying that, if there's even one spot that is bad, uh, the entire, body is at effect. Everyone is affected by it. So Krishna's just qualifying that because the doorkeepers committed offense, I take responsibility for that. And then in the purports, Srila Prabhupada emphasizes two things. One is uh, the Vaishnava qualities Brahmanas have and the importance of respecting that. And the second point that Prabhupada drives home is this point of Vaishnava etiquette is something that we've been hearing about from sannyasis this past year, this emphasis on Vaishnava etiquette. Prabhupada is saying that we're representing what Krishna believes in. So when we have these dealings with other people, we should remember that we're representing um, the movement in one sense. So those are the main points that I just wanted to share. Again, and apologies in advance that I couldn't prepare more than this. So any other comments that devotees want to add? Otherwise, we can end here.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you. So I was just thinking about the second verse. So the Kumaras came just to, I mean, see the lotus feet of the Lord, or they came to visit the Lord, and now Lord is asking for forgiveness. So I mean, it's like, I mean, of course, he's the supreme Lord, and he is taking that blame whatever the Jaya and Vijaya has done. So it's very kind of uh, big lesson, right? So I mean, because he's like a normal, not an equal person or normal person, or a little bit high. He is supreme Lord, so he is asking for forgiveness. So it doesn't matter how who the other person is, right? So I mean, they came to see him. I mean, see him means his lotus feet, right? So and then he is asking forgiveness. I mean, for the mistake, actually. I mean, uh, apparently, I mean, committed by Jay and Vijay, but yeah, so Kumaras as the one who got angry, so but he's asking forgiveness.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, it's very,
Hard to explain. It's hard to explain.
it's very, and yeah, Prabhupada, I mean, of course, when the Lord uses also Brahmanas and Vaishnavas, I think in that Prabhupada is clearly calling it out, it is actually a Vaishnava who is
Yeah,
very dear to the Lord. Of course, a Brahmana is also dear because they worship only Vishnu. I mean, if somebody is following different process, then it may be not real Brahmana.
yeah,
Right? Brahmana means one who understands Brahman. So one who understands Brahman, they should not be worshipping something else.
yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
The point I liked is the Lord accepting the blame on himself. That means he must be a genuine master. It's not that all the people in the leadership position they take the blame of the servitors or the people working under him. Right? He has to be a genuine master and caring, and so here, even though he's a supreme personality of the Godhead, he actually personally taking that. Yes, it's mine. I'm the one who committed this offense. That means he's genuinely concerned and he's accepting. So I was appreciating that fact that uh, in material world, not all the leaders or all the managers will accept that. They somehow try to save their position or somehow look for other reasons, right, to save themselves. Uh, so I was just contemplating on that.
Yeah, I was just thinking though, what qualities would Jay and Vijay have, you know, possessed that Krishna took a blame on their behalf? Like, is it any devotee that Krishna takes a blame for? Is it, what is it that, like, yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
Hmm. Thank you very much, Prabhupada.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, devotees. Have a great Sunday. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.